just say, here's my edge of pavement. So if I put offset 0.3, so if I offset 0.3, and then I put a point there, that's where the last point on the profile should be. So when you project that, so I take that point and I project it to the profile, and I'm going to use the elevation existing just to start, because I'm not interested in the slope, in the elevation, just the station value. So what happened was this point here originally was connected to this, and then once we connected all the dots, we went in and we changed the geometry based on the table, and we started here and we typed in negative 0.5, positive 0.5, 1.5, 0.5, and then the last one was positive 1.25. So that gives you the elevation. The stations don't change when you change the slopes, just the elevations of the points. So in the plan view, let me just describe it. If this is in the wrong spot in the plan view, you can move it. Put it to where it's supposed to be. Then in the profile, you'll see it moves, right? It's supposed to be over here. It's actually further back now. It's actually dynamically linked. So you can see the difference between this station and this station. There's a bit of a difference. So if I move that point, right, if I take this and I put it way over here, in the profile it moves. It's dynamic, right? It used to be over here, and now it's way back here. So if it was in the wrong spot, let's do this. This is in the wrong spot, right? Node. So if you did this and you did all your calculations for slope, made this 1.25, 1.25, okay, and now you're short, or it's in the wrong spot, you go to the plan, you move the point, put it where it belongs. It's supposed to be right here, 0.3 inside the pavement. Remember, this is the asphalt, this is the gutter, this is the edge of asphalt. Right, so once that point's in the right spot, if you move it in the plan, it updates the profile location. So you click here, grab it, put it where it belongs, so you get the right station. And then go back and update your table and make sure the slope going forward is 1.25 or whatever it needs to be, so if the gutter works. So never throw anything away, right? It's dynamic. So once you create the profile of the road, if it's wrong, don't delete it. Just revise it. And as you change the profile, you'll get a warning. You're going to get a warning here in the corridor model, right? The corridor's got this little shield saying, hey, something changed. Just right click and either rebuild or set it to automatic. So anytime you make changes to the parts that create that, it'll automatically rebuild, and that'll change the horizontal or the vertical. If you change the horizontal alignment, it'll update the profile. If you change the vertical alignment, it'll update the profile. If you change the cross section, if you change this in any way, it'll update the corridor. Does that answer your question, team? Okay, yeah, so never throw anything away. Once you've created something, you just massage it. You just update the parts, and everything else should react. It may not be automatic, like I said, so in tool space, you might see these warnings. Remember that little shield, right? So if it's not set to automatic, it won't rebuild automatically, but it will warn you that something is out of date. The corridor in its current state doesn't match the parts that make it up. Okay? So if you do make changes to the pieces that the corridor depends on, then you have to update the corridor as well. Okay, so make it rebuild. Okay, so did anybody have a chance to build their corridor? Let me just do a quick poll. I want to see where everybody's at. Whoops, I went back to